Hello. I apologize for being consistently late for appointments, including my weekly complaint to the government. I realize that my lateness can be annoying and inconvenient, but I really don't care. I don't mean to be disrespectful or irresponsible, but I have a lot of other things going on in my life, and my appointments with the government just aren't that important to me. I also want to explain that the reason for my lateness is because I am currently unwell with COVID-19. I know that we are now entering an endemic stage of the virus, which means that it will continue to circulate like the flu and common cold, and it will cause outbreaks into the future, possibly forever. It is imperative that the Labour government provide free rapid antigen tests, otherwise known as RATs, to the public in order to effectively control the spread of COVID-19. While there is currently a state-funded program in Queensland that provides 5 RATs per month to eligible concession card holders, the general public must pay $15 per test. This puts RATs out of the reach for many people, particularly those who are already struggling financially or who may not have the necessary documentation to access the state-funded program.
You get told to get a rapid antigen test, but you can't find one. If you do find one, it's not affordable, and they won't do anything about price gouging. That's the record of this government.
Furthermore, the scarcity of RATs during the early stages of the pandemic was a result of the lack of action by the Liberal government, and now it is the responsibility of the Labour government to ensure that adequate testing resources are available to the public. It is not acceptable to leave millions of people vulnerable to contracting and spreading the virus simply because they are not able to afford the cost of a test. It was pressure from the Labour Party that led to RATs being made available to concession card holders.
This government is responsible now for the largest public policy failure in Australian political history.
And it is now time for the government to extend this access to all members of the community. The culture of care and personal responsibility towards COVID-19 that was fostered at the beginning of the pandemic has been lost, and it is the responsibility of the government to ensure that appropriate measures are in place to protect the health and well-being of all citizens.
This government says that it's all about personal responsibility. Well, it's about time the Prime Minister took responsibility for something himself, for doing his job.
As someone who has personally experienced the challenges of accessing welfare payments and the negative impact of contracting COVID-19, I urge the Labour government to take action and provide free RATs to the public. It is not hard to make this happen, and it has never needed to be this difficult for people to protect themselves and those around them from the virus. Please do the bare minimum and provide free RATs to all members of the community. I want to let you know that this argument was written by an AI, and as a machine, it is not capable of getting sick. The AI's lack of susceptibility to the virus should not diminish the importance of taking these measures to protect ourselves and our communities. Reporting COVID-19 cases is crucial for tracking the spread of the virus and forming public health efforts. Reporting cases helps public health officials understand the magnitude and distribution of the virus, prevents the spread of the virus, enables the allocation of resources, and aids in the development of treatments and vaccines. It is important to continue reporting COVID-19 cases to protect public health and to prevent the spread of the virus. Please report your COVID-19 cases. Don't be a dickhead. And stop going out when you know you have COVID. I thought about doing it recently, but it's just stupid. With all due respect, fuck off. Regards, Dr. Sophie.